friends, welcome back. It's me, your host, the Chief Booze Engineer here. Now, it's actually been a little while since I recorded the first set of videos. I did need a little bit of time out to do some painting, deal with a little bit of existential crisis, of general anxiety about the world. But don't worry, I am back. I did review the first set of videos as well, and actually I thought they were a little bit dull. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more interesting. How I'm going to do that, I don't know. Be funny, no pressure. Doesn't matter anyway, Patch. Who's watching? No one probably. Anyway, so moving on. So normally I would be here, ding, in the booze lab where I've got all my sexy equipment. But now I'm at home in my little kitchen. Well, I don't really have a lot of fancy equipment. I don't even have a blender, but you know what? It doesn't matter. We're just going to use what we've got, and that's all good. Today, we are going to be doing possibly the nation's favourite, and that is, yeah, you've guessed it, good old gin. Ding! So a little bit of word about the brands I'm using before we get started. So nobody's giving me any money, nobody's sent me any booze to do with this. I'm not being sponsored at all. These are just kind of brands of choice, but you can use whatever you've got at home really, but don't go too cheap. Remember, you can't polish your turd. You can roll it in glitter, however. So Tanqueray, why Tanqueray? It's been a personal favourite of mine for many, many years. Few reasons for that one. It's got a really good ABV, alcohol by volume, so 43.1, if you can see it on there. And the higher the strength in alcohol, the better this holds on to flavour. And I don't have any chemical engineering knowledge at all, but I do know that alcohol is a solvent, and that alcohol, the stronger alcohol, will pull all of those flavours out of whatever fruit or food you're trying to infuse in there as well. So pretty good. The other thing is 4 simple botanicals in Tanqueray, juniper being the main one, so it's a real gin drinker's jink. So whatever ingredients we put in there, we'll always be able to taste juniper as well. So Tanqueray is a really, really good one to use as well. And because I like you today, we're going to do 2 for 1. So we've got 2 to infuse today. So first thing we're going to need is, so bottle of gin. Get that one ready there. Then we're going to need strawberries and raspberries. So here I've got round about 250 grams of strawberries. I don't think we're actually going to need all of those, but I've got them out already. And I've got about the same amount of raspberries as well. We're going to try and get them all in there. Normally I would have a great big 8-litre jar to put all these in, and I would leave them in there for up to a month to infuse. But because we want to get these going a little bit quicker, we're going to probably put more fruit in to try and concentrate the flavour a little bit. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is get rid of the all the kind of green stalks on top of the strawberries. This has got all the chlorophyll in, and we want to get rid of this. We don't really want that in the drink, so that's just going to make it all bitter. A little tip for you as well, what I've done is I've frozen these ones first. They have gone a little bit soggy, but don't worry about that. It's all going in the booze. And what that does is the ice crystals will start to break down the fruit, so you'll get a lot more penetration with the alcohol, and you'll get a bit of a deeper flavour quicker, which is what we want, because you don't really wait months and months before we enjoy a drink. So first I'm going to do is take off the stalks here. So we're going to have a bit of a time-lapse montage while I get rid of all these. Go! Raspberries, don't need to do anything too. It's just as important to make sure that you've washed your fruit before you've used it. Of course, as well as your hands, but you should all be used to be doing that by now. So, to add a bit more interest in this one, rather than just strawberries and raspberries, we're going to add a little bit of vanilla in there. So, got this over Amazon, not from the Amazon, over the Amazon. These are from Tahiti rather than Madagascar. And they're given a grade B rather than grade A, but apparently they're rarer, whatever the hell that means. But we're going to give them a try and see what they're like. Vanilla is one of my favourite spices, quite expensive. Gram for gram, it's worth more than silver. So pretty good expensive stuff to use. Let's have a little look. Now we're just going to use one vanilla pod. These ones, there it is. And what you want to do is just give a little slice down the length of the pod, open it up, and then we're going to be able to scrape that out and get all the seeds and all the flavour. Cool. So, nice clean pickle jar. And we're going to try and get all the fruit in. So, what I'm going to do is put my gin in first and then my fruits, just to make sure I've got enough space. So, bottle of Tanqueray, bottle of gin, any gin. There we go. Doesn't look like much, does it? Could probably get 2 in there if you wanted to. These are 1.5 litre jars that I managed to pick up. So we should be able to get all the fruit in there. I mean, realistically, you could infuse this in anything. You could put it in Tupperware if you wanted to, but not very photogenic, and really that's half the point of this, to make it look nice, isn't it? Alright, all going in there. Yeah, gonna have loads of room. So we're gonna bang our raspberries in there as well. Lovely, so raspberries I frozen as well, just to get all that flavour out. Very nice. With our vanilla, just want to run your knife down the pod so you get all the good stuff there. Look at that. Yeah, that's the stuff. And that one can go in there as well. Just scrape it in and put the whole pod in. Cool. Look at that. It's like brains. Oh. Now, sweetener. Now, normally I would do 250 grams per 10 bottles. So 1 bottle, what's that? 50 grams? Something like that. If you don't want it sweet, then don't add any sweetener to it. But personally, the reason for me adding sweetness to it is kind of twofold, really. It brings down the alcohol a little bit, so actually it makes it quite an accessible drink just to have over ice. It will help to preserve the fruit a little bit more, even though it's already doused in alcohol, which is a great preservative. And I just like it a little bit sweeter, and I think it really complements the fruit as well. So personal preference. So I'm just using caster sugar for this. I mean, you could use, you know, agave or stevia or something like that if you're posh, but you kind of have to use whatever they got in the shop at the moment. You don't go to the shop now and buy what you want. You go to the shop and you buy what they have. Okay, so 50 grams. 50 grams? It's 25 grams, isn't it? It's not 50 grams. There we go, a little bit over, which is not that much really. Maths is not my strong point, you might have guessed. Not to worry. Seal that one up. You can see the colours going already. Ooh la la. Cool. So just going to write a little label for that one in our bestest handwriting. Pink soda gin. Boom. And I'm going to put the date on there so we know when we did it. Fucking day it is. No idea. Month. Alrighty. Ding ding ding. Put that up there. And then leave that one to chill, doesn't it look lovely?